Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Happy, what's today? Friday, July the 29th, 2024. And I know it has been a minute and a half, really, since I've been on. This is my first time actually going live. So this is kind of new for me. But anyway, hello for those of you who are watching either live or on the replay. My name is Jackie, and not Jackie, it's Jackie. And this is my channel, Exploring Black Women Expats. And on this channel, I talk about uh, my plan, and I know a lot of you all's plan to relocate from the United States and to move to another country. As we're approaching this upcoming election year, it's quite volatile. And I really do believe that no matter who you vote for, whether you vote red or whether you vote blue, that it's going to be crazy because if Joe Biden is not reelected, and Donald Trump gets in there, it's going to be chaos with Project 2025 and Agenda 47 and all these other things they're wanting to implement. It's going to be chaos because we're not used to living in that kind of country. And there's a lot of dissent, and dissent will be um, criminalized if you protest. So it's going to be bad. And if Joe Biden is reelected, it's going to be bad because Project 2025 and Agenda 47 and all the Make America Great Again people, they're going to have a conniption. So it's not going to be easy either way. And so I have decided that what's best for me is to and this isn't something that I just decided in this election year. I've actually been thinking about this for quite some time now. Quite a few years ago, I started thinking about relocating from the United States. I'm really just not feeling welcome here anymore in a lot of different ways, and I'll maybe do a video about that at some point in the future. But the purpose of today's video is to talk about my plan, and hopefully, as I share that with you, it can start you to thinking about what your plan is if your plan is to relocate from the United States this year, next year, within the next 3 years, within the next 5 years, and you just need some ideas on how to strategize that so that you can see that to reality, so that you can make that dream a reality. So the first thing that I think we all need to think about is when thinking about relocating from the United States, you have to decide that that is indeed what you want to do. Like I said, I decided a few years ago that this is something that I wanted to do, not only wanted to do, but needed to do for my own sanity and for my own peace of mind and sense of safety and well-being. I am 62. Well, I'll be 62 in a few months. And next year, January is my birthday. I'll be 62. And I have elderly parents have that I care for. They live very close by to where I live, and I'm blessed and fortunate enough to still have my mom and dad. My dad will turn 93 this year, and my mom just turned 83, and so their needs and their dependence on me has become a lot more increasing as they age. And I'm an only child. I don't have brothers and sisters that I can help or rely on for help in caring for them. So I'm blessed to be able to still work. I have a great job. I make great money, great income, and I have great flexibility with my job. To which that if I needed to stay home and work, I could do that while caring for my parents. So I know that as they age, at some point, I'm going to lose one and then the other one at some point in the not too distant future. They have quite a few health problems and ailments, and just the whole thing around aging. I mean, they're getting older. They're not as peppy and up and go get them as they used to be, and we all realize that. So we're making some plans for them going forward, and I've decided that once I am no longer needed here in the United States, that I will leave. Whether that's next year, whether that's the next 5 years. Um, I don't know. We don't know what the future holds. I also have a daughter. She lives in California. She has her own family. So I'm not really needed in terms of having to have roots here in the United States, or permanent roots, I should say, in the United States after my parents go home to be with the Lord. So I've started to think about my own future and what that looks like for me. And for me, that does look like something of not living here in the United States anymore. So I have decided my why and tentatively my when for relocating to another country. So I think that's the first thing that you have to figure out on your own, is you have to decide your why. Why do you want to leave the United States? Is it because you're just tired of it here, and you just don't want to be involved in the volatility of living in the America, or is, you just really want to go to another country? Whatever your why is, you have to decide what that is for yourself. So that is my why, that as to why I've decided that relocation from the United States of America is in my best interest. So once you decide that, then you have to create a plan on how you're going to do that. For me, I'm getting close to retirement, so I'll be able to draw on that, as well as my retirement income that I have saved and invested over the past umpteen years. Um, and also my online presence. My desire going forward is to be able to travel and to be able to show people that this lifestyle is possible. If you dream of, traveling and going abroad to visit other countries, um, I'd like for you to like and subscribe to the channel and like this video, because I'm going to be sharing more, especially in the upcoming weeks, because I have a trip planned to go to Cabo San Lucas. Um, Cabo San Lucas, I would not say is a place where I would necessarily want to live, but who knows? I mean, I was going to go by myself. And then I mentioned it to a coworker, and she decided that she wanted to go with me. And then we mentioned it to another coworker, and he decided that he and his wife wanted to also go. So we're going to make a group trip of this. And this, I think it's the second week in August that we're going to be there. And so I am just thrilled to be able to get out of the country for a minute, right? But yeah, my ideal destination for places to live, I would say, would be Mexico, Merida, Mexico. I've also considered Panama. So my point is, when you begin to create a plan on how you can do what you want to do, then it seems so much more real and tangible, and you start to get excited. You look forward to those experiences, and you don't get so bogged down with what's going on, the minutia of what's going on in the United States right now. I tell you, that's my escape, just knowing that I'm going to be leaving here in a couple of weeks to go on vacation to Mexico, to Cabo San Lucas. It really it gets me excited. And so, and even beyond that, knowing that I'm creating a plan for me to be able to eventually leave the United States really is very motivating, and it keeps me from turning on the news and getting depressed. So number one, you want to decide that this is what you want to do, that this is the kind of life that you want. What kind of life do you want? Do you want a life of travel? Do you want a life of adventure, experiences, that sort of thing? And then once you decide what your why is and what kind of life you want, then you begin to develop and create a plan as to how to do that. It may mean saving more money. It may mean cutting back on expenses and Amazon, and things that you really don't need, right? I mean, things you don't need another bag, you don't need another pair of shoes, when you think about it in comparison to the kind of lifestyle that you want to live in the future going forward. So decide what you want to do, decide your why, create a plan as to how to do that, and then thirdly, you want to commit to it. This is where the discipline comes in. This is where you want to, you know, tune out all distractions, right? Don't share your plan with someone who you know is going to make you feel bad about it, or someone who you know is going to tell you that it's not possible. You have to believe within yourself that this is possible. If this is something that you want to do and you are putting together a strategy on how to do that, then surround yourself with people who feed into that notion. Join communities that help you stay encouraged along your journey. Just remove yourself from distractions. Turn off the news, right? Especially now with us being in an election year, everybody's talking about politics, politics. Turn it off because really it can be it can drain your energy. And so you want to commit to your plan. You want to stay focused. You want to remind yourself daily that this is what you want to do. And if you need to create a vision board or have a screensaver on your phone of your favorite country or place that you want to go visit and live in, do that. But do those things that help you stay focused and that help you stay committed on your journey to relocate from the United States, especially if your plan is not to do that, is not immediate. In other words, if your plan involves a 1 to 3 or 5 year build out before it comes into fruition, because I can promise you that during that 1 to 3 to 5 years, there's going to be a lot of distractions. There's going to be a lot of things that come against what you're trying to do, uh, that or what you decided to do. There's going to be changes in the White House. There's going to be changes in the country. There's going to be changes on your job. There's going to be changes in your environment, your surroundings. And so it's very important that you stay committed to your goal. What helps me is to see it. I have to visualize it. Um, I have a dry erase board and I write down my goals, right? And so every day when I come in my guest room slash office here, I have a vision board on this wall over here. And it tells me, it reminds me of the things that I'm working on so that I can stay committed and I can stay focused on my dream and my goal. And then, fourthly, you want to execute that plan, right? You want to put a plan in motion. For me, that means since I know it's going to be at least a year or so out, or until my parents are no longer with me, um, where I'm not really necessarily needed here in the United States, that's going to be a ways out. And so, for me, executing that plan is vacationing to the places where I want to look at and visit and experience as possibilities of places that I want to live in. When I come back from Cabo San Lucas, I'm planning a cruise. My goal for 2024 was to take a vacation um, at least every quarter, once every quarter of this year. We're now going into, we're in the middle of the second quarter, I believe, of 2024. And the first quarter, I missed it because my parents were sick. My dad was in the hospital. My mom had some health problems. And so this quarter, things have calmed down a little bit in my life. And so I'm going to Cabo San Lucas. Next quarter, I'm planning a cruise. And some time after that, I'm planning another trip to Mexico because I'm considering Merida as a place to live for me once I relocate from the United States. So I think it's a good idea to visit the countries that you want to live in. As you start to do your research, I know some people they see some good things online about a country, they hear some good things online about a country, and they just go there. I've heard of people who have just relocated sight unseen to a country. If that's you, go for it. That is not me. I have to at least feel comfortable knowing how to navigate a situation before I actually jump right in. And so that's why I always plan things out. That's why I always have a plan to execute so that I'm not walking into any place blind, right? So I hope these tips have been helpful. Just to recap, what we talked about today was decide your why for relocating from the United States. Decide what kind of lifestyle you want to live that you envision for yourself. Secondly, you want to create a plan or strategy on how to do that. How much money are you going to need to save up per month in order to reach your financial goal? Things like that. and then commit to your plan. That means tuning out all distractions and focusing on what you said to yourself that you want to do. Give yourself permission to say that that's what you want to do, and remove yourself from anything or anyone who's going to try to talk you out of it, right? And then fourthly, execute that plan, even if it means experiencing it little by little. And for me, that means, since it's going to be probably a year or so before I'm able to really uh, really jump right into that type of lifestyle, I want to experience it now by at least vacationing in places that I know that I probably would want to live in, to experience the culture and to experience the country. So I hope this video has been helpful. I would love for you to subscribe to the channel if this is content that you want to see more of, and like the video, share it, and leave a comment. What are your plans going forward as we enter into this new election cycle, and how the United States is shaping up to be a very different country going forward, no matter who wins. I believe it's going to be a very different country going forward, because even if Biden Harris is reelected, you know the Republicans are not going to stop. They're going to continue to push their agenda, or kind of force their way in every aspect of American life, whether they win or not. So it is up to you as to how you want your story to end, or how you want your story to begin going forward. So yeah, again, like the video, share it, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow the channel as we go forward. This is content that I enjoy sharing. And thank you so much for watching. And until I see you on the next video, God bless, and y'all take good care. Bye.